Hello, my name is Mike from Orderful, and today we're going to talk about sending an 856 ASN to your partner. What is an 856 ASN? Well, after receiving a test 850 purchase order from your partner that includes all the details about what they're buying from you, a common next step in testing is to build an 856 advance ship notice, ASN, to send back to them. The reason that a retailer might want this is to confirm that you can both receive 850s and send back shipments. An 856 ASN is an EDI document that describes a few important details about your shipment to your trade partner in advance of it arriving at their facility. The first is where it's coming from and where it's shipping to. Next, how it's being transported. Third, the composition of your shipment, including pallets and cartons that are on it. Fourth, important dates, like when it's expected to be delivered and when it was shipped. And barcodes that will also be physically present on your cartons or pallets in the form of labels. Using the example in our last video, we've received an order from Home Depot Canada for 3 products. We've acknowledged the 850 purchase order, and now we're going to create an ASN to send back to them. Let's take a look. You can start by clicking Create an ASN 856 inside the workflow. Here we can see we're sending back a test and that it's currently in an invalid state. This means our retailer wants us to enter information on the 856 to validate it against their guidelines. We'll start by picking a pack method. In this case, Home Depot only allows us to do one, which is shipment order tear. And that means that we're going to be sending this on pallets. I'll enter a shipment ID, as well as the ship date, which is today. I'll also add 2 unique identifiers for the transportation, a bill of lading number and a pro number. These will be provided to you by your carrier. When I scroll down to the parties involved in this transaction, I can see that it was ordered by Medicine Hat, store 7036. So I'll enter that information. They also want to see who the shipper is. So we're going to identify ourselves as a shipper party. Next, we'll see that the guideline requires us to provide details about the lading quantity, which is the number of pieces we're going to be shipping, as well as information about the carrier. We know that we're going to be shipping through FedEx, so I'll enter that now. The next section is called the Unpacked Items feature, and this helps you pack your 856 according to what was ordered. In each line, we can see how much is expected to ship. This represents what was on the purchase order. And in the next section, we can click how many units we want to pack into each unique pack. You can see here, I'm entering the quantities I want to pack into each logistical unit, in this case, a pallet. Every time I click the pack button, I create a new pallet. Now I have 0 quantity to ship and everything is packed. You can see here, inside the 856 document, I have 4 pallets that have been built from the Unpacked Items feature. And each pallet has a unique number of items that have been packed. We still require more information in order to validate this transaction, so we'll enter that now on each product. My 4th pallet has the same product as the 3rd pallet, so we'll name this the same. At the bottom, we're looking for number of line items. And line items are each line in the order. So we have a shipment, 1, an order, 2, 4 pallets, 6, and 4 unique products on each pallet. So we'll enter 10. The hash total is the number of quantity of units that are on each pallet. When we sum the quantity to be shipped on each pallet, we can enter the hash total. 11. Now that we know how many pallets we've built, we can fill out the lading quantity. Shipper's weight and the unit of measure is optional, so we'll leave it blank for now. Save the transaction, and we'll note that the transaction is still invalid. That's because we need to create shipping labels. When we generate the shipping labels, we'll select the template that matches our retailer, in this case, Home Depot Canada. And for cartons, since we're not shipping any, we'll just use generic. Once downloaded, our transaction goes to a valid state, and it's ready to be sent to the retailer. If we scroll to the bottom, we can see that the SSCC barcodes have been entered that were applied to the labels. Let's save our transaction, and it's ready to be sent. Congratulations, you just sent your first ASN. In the next video, we're going to watch how to create our first A10 invoice. Thanks.